Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. As always, everyone have an amazing day. Three things I am grateful for: art. I'm grateful for materials, and I am grateful for knowing the difference between happiness and work. Okay, so I want to explain something. So I did my last video, and then I had a little moment, because I tell you I go through these emotions where I don't like when I have to go through these emotional moments where my brain start playing. How can I say? It feel like it's playing tricks on me, but it's not. It's more so where thoughts run through my head, and sometimes those thoughts could be negative. At the moment when it comes through, I try to push it away, but then I'm like, let's figure this out. So I allow myself to get deep into the thought. And what I mean deep into the thought is where I allow myself to be able to express how I'm feeling. And once I express how I'm feeling, then I start noticing the answer to the question or the situation that's going on. So, prime example, I was sitting here and I was watching my video. Now it's like 5 something in the morning, right? And I was sitting here doing my video. Watching the last video. And out of nowhere, my son just kept bringing stuff to me to watch. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing to do. But then I started noticing stuff. Like past couple of days, I noticed stuff with him and with the thoughts. Because I tell you, I'm telepathic. So it's not just a spiritual, but I can communicate with someone else. And sometimes with the ancestors and all of that. So what happened is, I was getting to a point I got irritated. Because I started noticing, like, I really don't give myself time like that. Like, I do these videos and stuff, and I'm always scrolling on the internet to see what if there's anything I need to talk about or whatever, if something comes to my mind or whatnot. But I also try to give myself some time to laugh and enjoy the moment and enjoy my own energy. Like, y'all, I worked my butt off to get to this point. It's not that I'm trying to be isolated. It's not that I don't want to be around people or play with my son and stuff like that. Or even like with the thoughts. But sometimes I just want to not think and just enjoy my own energy. It's been ciphered for so long, and now I got it. It's like I like to feel my own energy for a moment. So my son came and he was doing stuff, and I got frustrated. Because one thing, as kids, y'all notice that when it comes to kids, how when you available, which could be majority of the time, they don't want to do nothing with you. And when you ask them, hey, let's do something, they like, no. But as soon as you get on the phone or you doing something for yourself, it's like, oh, now you want my attention. Now you want my time. And so I'm teaching my son how to don't be like one-sided. Don't sit back and demand my time and attention, and then when I'm willingly giving it to you, you don't want it. And don't get me wrong, there's times I could be doing something for myself and I'll put my stuff down just to say, hey, let me check on him. It ain't even the fact, sometimes I don't even want to do anything, but it's not about me. Sometimes I'm like, okay, Toya, even though you don't feel like playing the video games, or even if you don't feel like going outside to play with him or watch something that he want to watch, you're going to, put your stuff down. Put it down and go ahead and, make sure you give, show that you can stop what you're doing to give him time. And I do that. But when it comes to like spiritual wise, sometimes it's like just no different than my son. And y'all kids probably do it too. Or you might have done it to your parents. But spiritual wise, it's like, why everybody want to demand my time? But then when I'm focusing on myself, it's like, as soon as I'm focused on myself, now the negative thoughts run in or something runs in to try to stop me from focusing on myself to give somebody else that attention. And I got frustrated because it's like there's moments when I'm in my thoughts, I'm like, I don't even want to be bothered because I'm finally enjoying myself. And that's okay. It's not them taking away from anybody or anything or anyone, right? So let me get back to my train of thought. I don't want to veer off. I had a direction, but it's switching. So give me a second. Okay, I remember it. Okay, I had to switch up. So the thing about it is this. When I got to the point, I realized that you have to do what you have to do to make you happy, right? But you got to get to that point that, like, if you at school, you at work, or whatever, you still got to pay attention to what you're doing. So what happened was, in my thoughts, something was like, people was trying to blame me. These people that was able, there's people that's trying to blame me for the reason why their life's the way it is. And the reason they blame me, because they saying, well, you told us to go and enjoy life, or that's why we going out partying all the time, and that's why we going out and clubbing, and we're out here being around everybody and jumping around in the middle of the street and doing stuff, or we in the grocery stores and we out here doing stuff. That's why we out there doing that. But we still supposed to be blessed in the same time. But this is the thing. I need y'all to understand something. Just because I tell y'all, I ain't telling y'all nothing. Just because I explain to y'all that you got to find happiness in your own life, you still have a job to do. And I need y'all to know that. I'm not sitting here telling y'all to go out here and start doing videos on the subway trains, or in the middle of the street, or in the middle of the grocery store, or running up and touching on people and messing with them, or at your own job, going and playing around the whole time. No, I ain't saying none of that. Okay? There's a time and place for everything. Sometimes the time is for you to work, and the place is for you to think. You need to know the difference. Okay? So let me explain this to y'all. When I state these things, I'm not telling you to go out here and just be a YouTuber, Twitch, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever, Facebook or whatever. I'm not telling you none of that. I'm not telling you to go out here and just do some random stuff just to give you a channel to play on. No, go out there and carry your behind to work or school. Okay? Work or school. So this is how I look at the world. The world is a big house. And if you want the lights to stay on, you need to be at work or at school. You're going to have to put some in on this. You're not going to sit back and think you can just sit back and do random jump outs and, just videos and playing around all day and think that I'm bringing happiness, I'm the new clown. Okay, I get it. But if that's not the process to help you to get to where you need to go at, to help provide a source to help make you to be the best you possible, to put food on the table for you and your family, I advise you to get a job or go to school. Do you understand me? This is open 24/7 as long as you read it. It ain't my fault if you go out here and you do a bunch of videos and you just clown around all day and you know nothing ain't coming to you. And I need y'all to know that. If you want to go hang out at the clubs and stuff, go right ahead. But make sure your behind is up and ready to go to work. And when you at work, you do what you're supposed to do. When you can own the business, then you can tell somebody what to do. Okay, you can put it in the guidelines and everything, and then they can read it, and if they don't like it, so be it. I need you to understand, I'm not telling no one to go to somebody's company and change the rules up. But if you a top seller and you need help being a seller or whatever it is, all right, communicate with your manager and do it the right way. But at the same time, if you know how to do it, then do what you need to do. But you're not going to sit here and think I'm telling you to go and record yourself acting plump fool at your jobs. Do you understand me? When you at work, you at work. Safety's first. You make sure that you're doing your job so you can be safe around everybody you're working with. Okay? I need y'all to understand that. Again, if you want to, for the older ones, you want to go hang out the clubs and stuff, make sure you ain't out here driving and acting plump fool to the point that you lose your life in the process. But make sure you get your sleep so you can get up and have a productive day at work. Now, when you in the vehicles, if you want to sing and all that, cool, calm, collective, but pay attention to the road that's in front of you. Pay attention to the things that's around you. I still need you to be cautious in a way of acknowledging your safety still matters. The safety of others still matters. So don't go out here and think you're going to interrupt people, because not everyone on the same page as you. And I need y'all to understand that. Not everybody is in the happy-go-lucky mood. So make sure that if you're doing something, you're not disrupting somebody else's day. So be mindful of the space that you are in. Okay? Don't put yourself up in somebody's bubble. Okay? Because when they bust yours, that's your tail. Do you understand me? We still have to be mindful of that. Alright? If you in the stores and you're doing something, don't go and mess up somebody's job. Don't do something that gets somebody else fired just so you can do a quick video to say, I'm making people laugh and making them happy. If whatever you're doing can cause somebody else to ruin their job, lose their job in the process because they doing what they supposed to do, you're not helping. You're causing a problem. And that goes back on your life, not theirs. Okay? I need y'all to know that. So, the same way like for me, I still go through moments where I'm still understanding my own energy and I have to know what's mine and what's not mine. But I still go through the process of understanding it. And once I understand it, now I can understand where the happiness comes from. I can understand how to keep myself happy in those moments. I know how to keep myself from allowing life situations to pull me down. So when you go through life, acknowledge it, process it, don't get caught up in it, and find a way to get out of it by enjoying the process that you had to go through it. But don't go out here thinking that I'm telling y'all to go and be careless out here, because at the end of the day, you the one stuck with the mistakes. So in order to avoid the mistakes, learn the book you have, then you will know how to direct the energy the right way. So again, I don't want y'all to sit back and think that y'all, I'm telling y'all to go out here and do things at your jobs that can cause you to lose them. Because at the end of the day, I ain't the one that's going to pay the bill. On that note, y'all have a blessed day.